Hello everyone, let's learn today gender differences of hip bone. Now here I have got two hip bones, one belongs to male, another belongs to female. Now let us see what are the differences in between these two. Now overall, if you hold both the bones together, the male hip bone is comparatively heavier as compared to the female one, which is comparatively lighter, right? And if you check the surfaces are rough because of the more muscular markings, okay, in case of male, whereas in case of female the surfaces are smoother, right? Now let's compare the iliac fossa. So here you can see comparatively the iliac fossa is deeper as compared to the female hip bone, where the iliac fossa is shallower. Okay, see again. Now just see the obturator foramen. Here in case of male it is larger, right, and it is oval in shape. Here in case of female it is a little bit smaller and triangular in shape. Okay, now just check the conjoined ischiopubic rami. Here in case of male it is thicker, and again it is rough and it is more everted. The lower margin is everted, you can make out. Okay, whereas in case of female it is thinner, it is smoother, and the eversion of the lower margin is less as compared to the male one, right? Now see the ischial spine. This is everted in case of female, whereas in case of male it is interned. It's actually broken over here, but it is generally interned, right? Now on turning the hip bones, just compare the acetabulum. Okay, so here again in male it is larger and it is deeper. Just see the acetabulum. Over here in female it is narrower and it is shallow, okay, comparatively. Now just measure a distance from symphyseal surface of pubis to the anterior margin of the acetabulum and compare it with the maximum transverse diameter of the acetabulum. Okay, compare both the distances. So in case of male both the distances are almost same, whereas in case of female, see the distance from symphyseal surface of pubis to the anterior margin of acetabulum and see the maximum transverse diameter of the acetabulum. Okay, so obviously this distance is more as compared to this distance. Okay, so that is a gross difference. Okay, now another important point to note is greater sciatic notch. Just compare both the greater sciatic notches. So this one is narrower in case of male. Here you can see it is wide, and the angle, if you measure, here in case of male it is 50.5 degree, here it is 74.5 degree on an average in adult. Now just above the greater sciatic notch, okay, over here you can see a deep sulcus. Now this is very important point to note. This is called as preauricular sulcus. Okay, this is auricular surface of the ilium, and here the sulcus is situated. It is the preauricular sulcus. It is more pronounced in case of multiparous females, whereas just check the preauricular sulcus, you will hardly find it in case of male. Okay, so this is again very important point. Now the last point is the geologic line. Now what is geologic line? Geologic line is nothing but medial border of the ilium, and it starts from the iliac crest at the junction of anterior 2/3 and posterior 1/3 of the iliac crest, and it runs downward up to the iliopubic eminence. Okay, so this is entirely the geologic line. Now it has got two components. One is sacral part, which is up to the anterior margin of the auricular surface. Okay, up to this point, this is the sacral part of the geologic line, and the second one is from the anterior margin of the auricular surface to iliopubic eminence. This is pelvic part of the geologic line. Now we'll have to compare both the components of the geologic line, sacral part with pelvic part. Now obviously you can make out in case of male, this sacral part of geologic line is longer as compared to the pelvic part of the geologic line. Okay. Now let us see in case of female hip bone. Here from this point the geologic line commences up to the iliopubic eminence. Okay, and again it has got two components, the sacral part and the pelvic part. So obviously the sacral part is shorter and the pelvic part of geologic line is longer in case of female. Again, this is very important point to note. So these are the differences to determine the gender of the given hip bone. Hope you understood well. Thanks for watching.